video. As promised, I am doing my top 10 spring perfume, but with a twist. I'm doing my top 10 affordable spring perfumes for you all today. Before we get started, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Estee. Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything in the beauty world and sometimes some other things. So if that interests you, be sure to subscribe down below. And if you are enjoying this video as you are watching it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up because it really helps a small creator here on YouTube like myself. We have so many great perfumes and fragrances to go through. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. So I've been meaning to do this video for a while, and I decided to do like the more affordable route. Because we are, in global pandemic still, and we do not need to spend a lot of money to smell great or to look great or to dress great or anything like that. But mostly the reason I want to do like this more affordable one is because anytime I've wanted like a high-end luxury niche fragrance, I haven't been buying them. I've just been buying them from Dossier. So that is the first two fragrances I'm going to talk about really quickly. I mentioned Dossier on my channel a few times, but if you have not heard of them, they make affordable versions of luxury / high-end / niche perfumes. All of their fragrances start at $29. The two that I have right here are both $29, and I think the most expensive fragrance they have is $49. So everything is super affordable. And I think what I like the most about them, or what makes them the most unique compared to other brands that make fragrances inspired by luxury perfumes, is that it's basically risk-free, because when you get the package, and it's the coolest thing, when you get the package in the mail, you get the full size of the perfume, and then you also get a little sample tester. So you test the sample and you see if you like it or not, and if you don't like it, you send it back. The shipping is free and you get all your money back. So basically you can try out as many perfumes as you want and see what you like and send them back if you don't want. All right, that's my little spiel on Dossier and why I love them, but let me tell you about the two fragrances I have here today. So the first one I have here is Musky Rose, which is inspired by, I'm gonna read this off my phone, I know I'm gonna botch this name, but it's Narciso Rodriguez for her. And this is a fragrance, or that was a fragrance rather, that my freshman year college roommate wore and that I had always wanted, but I just never got. I was a college student at that time, and it is an expensive perfume. So when I went on the Dossier website to pick out some new scents for the springtime, I saw this and I was like, oh my God, yes! I am finally going to get my hands on it. The way it is described, the name of it, Musky Rose, is definitely how it smells. It's a flower scent and it's a rose scent. I don't always love rose scents because I feel like a lot of the time rose scents kind of remind me of like a bathroom, like a powder room, or sometimes it just reminds me of sort of like an older vibe. But this, because it has like that musky undertone and it has sort of this like fresh undertone, it almost smells like a rose scent mixed with the musk, of course, but also mixed with like a shower clean type of scent. So if you want a scent where you're gonna smell clean and bright, but also have like that feminine rose, but also have like that musky dry down, you would love this. And the best thing about Dossier fragrances is that they literally last all day, like a full 8 hours. And then the next fragrance I have is Floriental Tuberose, which is inspired by Diptyque's Dossier. So I've never actually tried anything from Diptyque. I've never tried their candles or their fragrances, just because they're very expensive. And when you are like a fragrance addict like myself, I cannot afford to spend hundreds of dollars on perfumes and fragrances, especially when I like to test and try out so many. So if you like tuberose scents, let me explain tuberose. To me, tuberose smells floral, but it also kind of smells like bubble gum. I know that sounds really weird when you're talking about a floral scent, but to me, that's kind of how it smells. It kind of smells like a honeysuckle mixed with bubble gum. So that's kind of how this smells. It definitely smells floral. It definitely smells a hint of bubble gum. And then the notes in here also contain musk. They contain orange blossom. So you definitely have like that sort of citrusy opening note, but then as it dries down, it's a little bit more musky and it's a little bit more floral. I wouldn't say this is a fresh floral. I would say this is a bright type of floral, if that makes sense. Now, if you do want to try out Dossier or check them out for yourselves, which you should, I do have a code with them. It is SD10. I do want to mention that it's not an affiliate code. I do not make money off of that code. That is just for you all to enjoy. Moving on, let's talk about KKW fragrance. I do have 4 from KKW to talk about. Before I get into these, I do want to mention that I do plan on picking up her new collaboration with her florist. I think his name is Jeff. I am gonna pick up those 3 scents and do an entire video on them. When I'm filming this, they're not released out, but I think by the time I upload this video, they will be released, so that will. So let's get into these KKW fragrances. The first 2 I have is Rose Gold Hearts and Silver Hearts. Both of these are $30. And then the other 2 I have are from the Kendall collection. I have Blue Rowan and Olive, and these are both $40. So I think for like a celebrity line in general, KKW fragrance is really priced really well, and I do find that they are pretty high quality. Between the 4, I do feel that the hearts last on me insanely well, in like at least 6 to 8 hours, whereas the Kendall collection, I have to be honest, they don't last nearly as long on me. I do find that out of the 2, Olive does last longer. I would say this is like a solid 6-ish hours, and then the Blue Rowan does last about like 4 hours, but let me get into like what these actually smell like. Let's start with both of the hearts, and straight off the bat, these are both citrus scents. They're very citrusy. I don't want to say they are similar, but they are different at the same time. Both of them, you kind of have a similar opening, and you kind of have similarities in the top notes. You definitely smell a lemon scent. You definitely smell a bergamot scent. Just a very typical citrusy type of scent, but where they differ is really like the middle notes and the dry down. So Rose Gold is definitely more sensual. It's more warm. The dry down note of the moss kind of makes it almost unisex, you know what I mean? But it does definitely lead towards more female, although, you know, it doesn't matter what gender you are. You can definitely wear any of these perfumes. But I will say that this is definitely more like sensual, whereas the Silver Heart is kind of more beachy and more aquatic. This also has a sway note in there. I believe it's in the dry down. So it definitely can also smell a little bit masculine, but overall it's kind of like a beachy, aquatic type of citrus. I feel like to compare the 2, the Rose Gold is maybe more of like an evening type of scent, and the Silver is definitely more of a daytime type of scent, if that makes sense. Now let's move on to the Kendall collection. These are like polar opposites, so I think these are gonna be much easier for me to explain than the hearts. Okay, Blue Rowan, straight fruity, and Olive is straight vanilla musky, but not like a wintertime vanilla musky by the fireplace sweet, if that makes sense. It's not like a sweet musky scent by any means. It's more of like a florally patchouli type of musky. Now, I usually do not like any scents that contain patchouli, but the way that KKW fragrance did it in this scent with the other notes really makes sense. Out of the Kendall collection, I definitely think that this one is the most unisex, and it's funny because whenever I have like a big meeting or I kind of want to smell like a boss bitch, no exaggeration, this is the fragrance I've kind of been leaning towards because it's a little bit masculine, it's a little bit feminine, it's musky, and it just kind of gets to the point, if that makes sense. You know, it's not like a timid type of fragrance. It's not necessarily a girly type of fragrance. It's kind of a fragrance that just makes you feel bossy, kind of makes you feel rich. It just makes you feel like you got this. Now, on the other hand, when I talk about Blue Rowan, this is very fruity, this is very girly, this is very daytime, whereas I feel like this is more of a nighttime one. This is definitely more daytime. You can wear this to a picnic, you can wear this shopping with the girls, you can wear this, you know, to the beach if you want to wear in the summer, for example. It really smells like peaches and pears, and the dry down of it is just very fresh. So I feel like the opening notes, it's very peachy, it's very pear, it's very fruity, but then as you wear it throughout the day, it kind of just smells like really fresh out of the shower type of vibe. Out of the 2, I do like Blue Rowan a little bit more, but since I've had these, the Olive really did grow on me these last few weeks. Like when I did my initial video, my first impressions, when I first got these, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna end up, like I like Olive, but I don't know if I'm gonna love it. At this point, I love Olive, and it's one of those scents that as you wear it more and more, you like it more and more. But I think as far as like a spring scent that could really work for anyone, I do recommend Blue Rowan more. Moving on to the next 2 perfumes I have, they are also celebrity perfumes. I feel like when people say or talk about celebrity perfumes, even me myself, I'm kind of like rolling my eyes, but let me tell you, celebrity perfumes have come a very long way since like early 2000s when I was in middle school wearing Britney Spears Fantasy. You know what I mean? So the next brand, of course, I have to talk about is Ariana Grande. I have Thank You Next from her and Moonlight. I just went ahead and popped out Thank You Next from like this case because it's truly kind of annoying. But anyways, the Ariana Grande perfumes, both of these are the 1 ounce size, I believe. They're the smallest size and they both retail for $44. That being said, this one, for example, I picked up at my local Walmart and it wasn't even on sale and it was like 24 bucks. And this one, I believe I got it at Nordstrom Rack and maybe it was like the same, like 20 to 30 bucks. So although like on Ulta, they are $44, you can definitely find them at like your local CVS, local drugstore, local Walmart, definitely for cheaper. So definitely try to, you know, find a deal if you do pick these up. Okay, so Thank You Next is also fruity, but it's a very different fruity from the KKW. This is a sweet fruity and it's like a coconut fruity. You kind of have equal parts coconut notes, fruity notes, and then sweetness. It's not like super sweet where it's like sugary or anything like that, but it's just like a sweet, fruity, coconutty scent. I feel like this could work for so many people. This could also work as like a layering scent because although I feel like when I describe it, sweet, fruity, and coconut, you would think it would be like very strong and pungent. And it definitely kind of starts out that way, but as you wear it throughout the day, it kind of becomes more sensual. And it's one of those perfumes that kind of works with your own chemistry, if you know what I mean. With both of the Ariana Grande perfumes, or with all of the Ariana Grande perfumes I've tried, they really have great longevity. This one for me stays about 5 to 6 hours, and then Moonlight, no exaggeration, stays all day for me. Out of the two, Moonlight is definitely my favorite. Moonlight is very different than Thank You Next. Moonlight is a vanilla bean cloud that is also fruity. So this is kind of like a winter to spring transition scent, or maybe like a nighttime spring type of scent, but this is like literally a fluffy vanilla, like just the type of scents I absolutely love. This kind of reminds me of Heart's BFF from KKW Fragrance, which is like literally my favorite KKW fragrance ever, but that is more of like a wintry scent, so I didn't want to mention it in this video. This has that similar type of like whipped vanilla, whipped cream type of sweet vibe, where it's not a sugary sweet, it's a vanilla sweet, but it also has just a hint of those fruity notes in there as well. It has like a juicy plum note in there. It does definitely make it more springtime. I feel like you can wear this at night in the spring, during the day in the spring, at night in the summer even. And I feel like also these two, I mix them all the time just because they complement each other so well. I feel the same when it comes to like the KKW fragrances. They really do complement each other well and you can really layer them. Same thing with the Ariana Grande ones. If this is like a little bit too sensual, too fluffy vanilla for you, and you definitely want more of those fruit notes to come out, definitely mix these two. Both of these are absolutely amazing, and yeah, I feel like celebrity perfumes have definitely made a comeback. Moving on, I want to talk about a perfume actually from Urban Outfitters, and I do have the matching hand cream. So this is the scent Miel Bebe. The brand I believe is called Gourmand, and it's exclusive to Urban Outfitters. The perfumes, all of their perfumes are $18, and the hand cream is only $5. So let me take this back a little bit because the way I discovered it was through the hand cream. I actually got this hand cream. It was either for like my birthday or Christmas from one of my coworkers, and this scent I completely fell in love with. I feel like I put this on, I got so many compliments all the time, and I run through these tubes of like this specific hand cream like it's nothing. So the last time I got this hand cream, I was like, you know what, maybe I should just pick up the perfume that goes with it because I'm so obsessed with the hand cream and I'm so obsessed with this scent, I might as well get the perfume. So the way this scent smells like is like a sweet, fruity honey. It's definitely more honey than it is fruity, but it's like just this warm, sensual honey type of vibe. And like I said with the hand cream, anytime I wear this, I get so many compliments, especially from my husband. Like even if I'm not wearing the perfume and I'm just wearing the hand cream, I literally get so many compliments. It lasts all day. As far as the perfume, I will say that the longevity with their perfume is not nearly as good. I would say this lasts a good 3 to 4 hours, but it is so affordable. It's only 18 bucks and it is a really nice like compact size that you can definitely, you know, throw this in your handbag and take it with you throughout the day. I definitely think that this is a very nice spring scent and definitely also like a daytime summer scent. I feel like you can probably wear this to like the beach as well. It's sort of like a beachy honey type of scent, but the hand cream scent literally lasts all day. So I do feel like, not that if you get one, you have to get the other, but if you are looking for something that, you know, lasts better, I really do recommend picking up the hand cream with the perfume. But I do still recommend the perfume on its own because like I said, it is a pretty small size. It's so affordable and it's so juicy smelling and like amazing smelling that you can definitely just spray this on and reapply this throughout the day. All right, last but not least, I'm ending it off with actually the most expensive fragrance. This is the Nest Citrine perfume. I've spoken about this multiple times on my channel before. This is a staple for me. I think this is probably like the third bottle I've gone through. Like I mentioned, it is the most expensive out of all of this. This is $76, but I do still think it's affordable because I feel like this day and age, most perfumes, especially from Sephora, are over, you know, $100 or $130. So I do still think that 76 is in that affordable realm. So this smells like kind of what it's called. It's called Citrine. It's a straight citrus, but this is like a citrus that makes you smell rich. The main notes in here are lemon and lotus flower, and that is what it smells like, but it's like a rich lemon. Like I feel like when I smell this, I imagine like the Amalfi Coast in Italy, just lemons and like richness and all of that. I feel like this is equally a spring and summer scent. You can definitely wear this this summer. Like I said, like on the beach. Like I feel like this is a perfume that you take with you when you go to like a beautiful beach vacation and you kind of just want to smell lemony and fresh and almost like effortless, if you know what I mean. Because this definitely lasts for a while, but it's not like a super strong pungent scent. It's almost one of those scents that when you walk by someone, you're like, oh my God, what are they wearing? It just smells rich, it smells indulgent, and it will make people ask you what you're wearing. All right, that is all for today's video. If you've made it up to this point, thank you so much for watching. You literally mean the world to me. Please comment down below and let me know what your favorite springtime, citrusy, fruity, floral type of fragrances are, because you know I'm an addict and I will try all of them. And with that being said, I will see you in my next video. Bye.